on the ankles, thighs, groin.
The cankles.
That doesn't seem to subsist. I feel a little weak, but I'm
Subsist or subside?
getting, the crushing feeling in the chest is gone. Can't sleep laying on my back because the fluid comes to the front of me. But I intend to get better as soon as possible. 2 months of medication, then back to a bulk cycle.
Are those doctor's orders?
2 months on medication, but that's the way those doctors are. They just, bottom line is their paycheck and their reputation. Other than that, he told me my conscience is clear, he said, which means I don't give a damn if you live or die. His conscience is clear. He washed his hands of it, so that's where they're coming from. And, again, the first time, I didn't take any medication. I was doing heavy rep deadlifts in the heat. I did a contest. I didn't take one of his pills, and I felt great, and I didn't have water retention. This time I do, it's been over a week. So, I'll follow through with it the next 2 weeks, but one of my heroes is on a second.
Hitler Leonard?
Yeah, the guy that didn't, a non-cookie cutter, that's for sure. Guy that didn't listen to the crowd. Don't do this, don't cause any trouble. Just get a regular job and be a nobody. And now you're famous.
Your mother's about to have a heart attack with all this shit you're saying.
Well, it's true. And that's like I said, I'll be back for a contest next year. My test levels are probably going down, and that may be the reason. That may be the reason I'm.
He's made himself a diabetic.
I don't know. That's debatable. Divar 49.
Ronald, you think it might be funny, but it's really sad, and I hope you're not influencing anybody that has a weak enough mind to listen to you. That's sad.
The weak-minded people listen to people like Barack Obama. Listen to people like Steve Harvey or Hollywood. That's what the weak-minded people listen to. People like that of that ilk.
Raised that way.
Yes, I was. My father did. I wasn't raised to kiss somebody's rear end that goes along with a crowd.
Why don't you show them your trophies up there?
Yeah.
Can you stand up?
Yep.
Need help?
Yeah, a little slow. But Tempe, Arizona, I wish I was there.
Why?
Nice and see my hardware. Bodybuilding and powerlifting. First place bench contest. Do you have one of those, Dale? I don't think you ever will.
Why don't you take one of those nutcrackers and put your balls in it?
Please, Christina's a care package? That'd be great. Well, she pulled me through, there's no doubt about it. Yeah, 400 pounds of muscle. I'm going to start my prep March 1st. I may do the Ruby. I'll definitely do the Diana Cadu. And if something happens along the wayside, guess what? That's life. Name me one of these cookie cutters that escaped death. I'm considered old chronologically. Hell, most of those foreign third world countries, people only live to be 40 years old.
You don't have to hold phone to your mouth. They don't want to see.
Yes, it's on. I'm still bigger than Jay Cutler. Now, Hitler wasn't a cookie cutter at all. He's right. He had Dale Chance had looked like a bloated little freak. That's true. Hello from Ukraine, one of the great places. Christina's in Fort Lauderdale. Let me know. Maybe she's doing a stage show. I definitely make the trip down there, even if I have to crawl with bloated legs.
You would be crawling. You can't walk.
Yeah, with bloated legs, just to kiss her hand and get on one knee and tell her how glad I am to meet her.
Sit down. What are you going to show them around your mother's house? The fat cat's left.
Look at this cookie cutter tree. The reason I call it cookie cutters is I think I've seen one of these before, haven't you, Brad? I mean, it is what it is, but did I invent the name? Did I invent it? Just no. It does nothing. You know?
It's a nice decoration. Your mother's in the holiday spirit, Leonard.
The cookie cutter spirits.
So your mother's a cookie cutter?
Well, you know.
She shit you out, so she's not a cookie cutter. Look, this is what you want to look like.
Wow. Yeah, that's real. This is nothing. Japanese prison camps. Read up on them. Look on the internet. You want to see what hell and torture's like. Not drinking water, being out in the heat, humidity, being beaten by little Japs that enjoy, like Nate Figs, but shorter, that enjoy beating up tall Americans.
Oh my God, man.
Yeah, this guy, the bird, he hated Americans.
Don't hold the phone like they can't even see what the...
Oh, like this?
No, look at... What you're looking at is what they see.
Yeah.
Don't you know how to work a fucking phone?
Look at this. Looks like Nate.
What?
Look, it's Nate.
Look at that.
What he wish he could do.
Jesus.
Look at that.
This is how he stands in his mother's house. Look.
It's pretty bad. Look at this guy.
I don't want to watch this shit. Here, answer some more questions. I gotta get out of here.
I think Brad's off the trend. That's real smart, Brad. Decline presses and curls while on the trend. What's wrong with that?
I got strong on that. I haven't lost any strength. Except for my chest because I tore the pec, but I'm getting it back.
No, I didn't check. Yes, I did check out Backpage, but I have no cookie cutter. Santa Claus is a diabetic cookie cutter from Pyongyang.
Santa Claus is a pedophile.
Yes.
What old fat guy dresses up and goes into people's houses and gives little kids gifts?
Hey, Jake from North Carolina, I remember talking to you. Where is Brett?
The gook always calls me Brett.
Hold off on Lucy. I'm not in any condition for her or any snowy Canada. I wish I was on a sleigh going through the woods of Montreal with Canada being pulled by a giant reindeer while she's...
With Christina Broccoli
she's
sitting on your face.
While she's shivering cold and she's cuddled up next to me. That would be the ultimate thrill. Lucy's my favorite. Thoughts on DECA only? Not worth it for your first. Not worth it. Don't take DECA unless you got bad joint pain.
Put the phone that close. They can hear fine.
Use DECA as one of the last things you ever try. Why? Because it's so good for your joints. Christina's right around you. Turn around. I bet you could see her spirit where you could see it. The maniac could probably see her behind me like a ghost.
Oh my God.
Thoughts on heroin for your first cycle. Jay said Christina's a C-lister. Christina's a big Lenny lister. Goddess.
Jay Masters came back today. He's back.
Jay Masters is back. How do you lower high blood pressure? Garlic cloves. Yeah.
Why don't you try that? Maybe that'll help you.
Yeah, I'll get back on my There's no such thing as racism. Now, Tony Hughes is a very unique guy. Snow Queens.
Enhanced athlete Jim and Delray.
How's enhanced athlete Jim in Delray Beach sound? Home of the Misfits. An enhanced athlete Jim. I like the name, which basically is a non-cookie cutter Jim. Thanks, Ruben. I like the push-pull legs because you're recovering. Thoughts on DACA? I never. Brad has edema of the head. Off the gates of heaven look like Christina on wings,
Christina
fluttering around just to raise the lever to let me in, and she's gonna grab me with one arm.
You're definitely fucking sleeping.
And she's gonna carry me in.
This is what happens when you don't get enough sleep, maniac.
Christina's gonna carry me in by herself.
You're gonna be full on hallucinating in the next couple days. How many hours have you slept the last 3 days?
Couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steelers look good. I don't care what anybody says. They'll come out good this year. They got New England, right?
Beat a team twice, man.
They got New England right where they need them, and Antonio was hurt. He'll be back. Did Jason offer to give you a sponge bat? Sponge bat. Why would I want to throw a shot put? That's a cookie cutter activity. Who the hell cares how far somebody throws a rock?
Jim Masters used to do that.
Thoughts on Lucy effing Christina? I don't want to think about that. March 1st begins the size training. Regardless
of what? If you're in a fucking hospital or not?
Yeah. I gave Jason $3,000 to cover your hospital bills. Did he give it to you?
They're trolling.
Yes, I'm doing it.
Hey, do they want us to start you a GoFundMe? You want us to start you a GoFundMe?
No.
How are your bills?
Save it for the, well, I don't have any. I'm not getting a check, but
What do you mean you're not getting a check?
I already used them up.
Huh? You're not getting paid?
No, I used up my sick time, but I just want to have a gym. I don't know. Again.
That's very non-selfish of you. That's good. Did you get your blood pressure medication straightened out or what?
I'm on it. Didn't do anything
Are
yet.
they $14 a pill?
No, the anticoagulants.
That's how much they cost, $14 a pill?
Yeah.
With insurance?
Yep.
Holy shit. How many of those you gotta take?
One a day for a couple months.
One a day? That adds up though, man.
Yeah, it's a lot. Doesn't surprise me about Nate. He's a cuckold by his girlfriend. Yes, I get remuneration from my shirt sales. I just did. Very nicely and very generous and very honest,
Yeah,
by the
I
way.
take care of Leonard. Don't
By
worry.
Brad.
Don't worry, you fucks.
Money isn't everything in Brad's life, obviously, because he knows it's mainly for cookie cutters. There's only so much you could do with it.
I'm not against making money.
No, it's not warfarin, it's Xarelto. I like Nietzsche. Plato's okay, Aristotle, Jesus.
Jesus was a Jew.
Correct. What number does that say?